What's up? So, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for being guided to this video. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for being interested in what I have to say. Thank you for just taking a moment to be present. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. It's been a minute since I made a pre-recorded video. Something that came to mind a couple days ago. I want to say it's a homeboy who mentioned it, so shout out to my homeboy. I mentioned having a lot of like rage within me, and I do things to cleanse. I do rituals, methods, activities, like it ranges from physical activity to just lighting a candle to, writing something down and, just like either burning it, cord cutting, or like crossing it out because, I'm trying to rid it of my body. But I have many different methods, and as of lately, when it comes to spiritual attacks, when it comes to unwanted energies, when it comes to just being around darkness that gets irritated by light, I haven't really been exercising my methods or even my gifts and my power the way that I should. Sometimes, with being a spiritual being and having a human experience, I do get triggered, I do get irritated, and I do get bothered. I was watching Aquamini, and she pointed out with being gifted and loving, it bothers people, so they want to go back and forth with me, and it bothers me that it bothers them, so sometimes I want to go back and forth with them, but the whole time all I have to do is just stay in tune and in alignment with who I am and own it, because I've accepted that majority of the people, places, things, entities, self-proclaimed enemies, unwanted energies that try to come at me or go up against me, I'm much more stronger than them, which is why they always lose, because I come in peace, even if they don't understand what that means. But I still have things that I am actively and consistently working on day in, day out, even if I don't always accept my power. Not that I'm trying to ignore it or undermine it in any way. Being in your power just means like owning who you are, and I'm uncovering that every day. I learn something every day, which means I learn something new about myself as well as the rest of the world and the rest of these people that I come in contact with every day. 3, 4, 5, and I'm pretty sure that that is how it's supposed to be. But I come from a place of having unresolved trauma, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I know I'm not the only one, which is why I was guided to make this video. It's unresolved trauma from mistreatment and having, I wouldn't even say so much as anger issues. Sometimes the way that I speak could be better, and sometimes the way that I respond can be a lot better. Not trying to be too hard on myself, but just recognizing my flaws and all and accepting them for what they are. The reality of it is we all go through sometimes unfortunate events, and we all deal with mistreatment some way, some form, some shape, somehow, some fashion. And the best way to get over it and to grow from it and to learn from it and to heal from it is to accept it, release it with love, and be at peace with it. It's always going to be easier said than done, but as long as you're trying, a way will be made for those who are, actively getting to the finish line. I feel like just because people don't understand you, or they will try to, oftentimes more than not, deny you, dominate you, confine you, paint a picture about you that is not correct, allow people to speak for themselves. Because if somebody doesn't know you, how can they speak for you or speak on you? It's not going to make much sense. So if you listen, and I mean listen with more than just your ears, pay attention to the energies. A person will reveal themselves to you. They will reveal their intentions for you, and all you have to do is pick up on, what is coming your way. Habits, patterns, the way that somebody speaks, the way that they speak about other people. You should be able to tell whether or not if intentions are pure and if they're not. And the best way to learn these things is you have to spend time alone. There's no way around it. Like, for those of you who probably don't like to be alone, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time alone to know what is and what is not. Just like the simple fact of what is your energy and what is not your energy. What energy is being thrown your way that is not of God, and what energy is of God. I'm actually outside in one of my favorite spots. It's been a while since I've been here, but continue on your path. Continue to do the best that you can. Continue to take your time. Continue to have grace for yourself. Continue to be open to learning and growing and having new experiences for the first time, or even trying something over again, because sometimes you do have to have different approaches to get different experiences. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to get hurt. That's a part of life. That's a way of living. It's inevitable, even if you don't like it, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. But just know that you will have a team standing beside you, behind you, going before you, looking out for you, sending you love, light, positive vibrations, to uplift your spirit throughout the entire thing. It's just a matter of you shifting your focus and accepting that. So I'm actively working on accepting and releasing all forms of anger, any kind of bitterness, any kind of sorrow, any kind of sadness, any kind of grief, anything that is low vibrational that will have me stuck in my head and asking and wondering why and how come and why did it have to be me. Nature will run its course. You just have to grow with it as times change, as people change, as things change, as life changes within itself. Because instead of being in your head, there could be so many new experiences that you could be partaking in. There could be so many new memories that you could be, creating and essentially, living. So I think that it's very important to not allow too much of your time to be taken, stolen, or wasted, regardless of what the situation is, what's going on. We're here. We're in our right minds. For those of you who are blessed with your mental stability, your emotional stability, your spiritual stability, your physical stability, everything ties into energy. And just understand that sometimes things happen to shift our focus. Things happen for us to understand how blessed and gifted and, powerful we truly are. Because had these things not happened, and we not came out on top, there's no telling if you would have ever understood that, right? Allow old chapters to close out, 10:10. Allow new chapters to be written. You deserve to live life the way that your heart desires it, and don't feel like you have to choose between a new life and a new way of doing things and, you know, people that you know, or essentially you used to know. Because if things are consistently changing on a daily basis, people are changing as well. So why should you stunt your growth? Why should you stop what you're trying to do? Why should you, you know, allow your path to be blocked because of a person, place, or thing that refuses to accept this new version or evolved person you're becoming? I'm ridding myself of all sorrow, bitterness, anger, resentment. I've never really carried hatred in my heart. I just don't care for evil people, mean-spirited people, wicked people. I'm not perfect by no means, because when I say flaws and alls, I accept myself. I accept myself for my shortcomings. I accept myself for, you know, steadily trying to actively get better on a daily basis, regardless of the situation, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of what's being thrown my way. It doesn't mean I'm not going to feel some kind of way in the moment. I accept that too. I have times where I've snapped on people, and even the wrong people, and I pray and I ask for forgiveness. I pray that they don't allow them to take it to heart, and they continue to move and strive forward to be better, sometimes even better than me, or better than the next person, or just better, you know, overall. Because it's not about outdoing anybody. It's not about having one up on anybody. It's not about playing the game better than anybody. It's just about living a authentic, natural life that you are content with. And that's gonna look different for different people, you know what I mean? Because we are all at different points in different phases in our lives. I don't have certain energies within me anymore, simply because, like, I'm choosing not to carry those things. I don't like the way it feels to be pissed off. I don't like the way it feels to be too sad. I don't like the way it feels to be jealous or bitter, or like these things. I've gotten to a point where certain vibrations, certain energies, certain wavelengths, they make me sick. So it means, you know, I'm cleansing myself and I'm ridding my body of these emotions, of these past ways of living, of these past habits, of these past thoughts, and I'm accepting what is as well as what's not. I don't have a beast within me anymore. I feel like I've freed my beast, and now the beauty is settling in. For everything I didn't like about myself, for everything I probably didn't care for everything I probably, you know, just was like kind of hung up on, I've accepted it's a part of me, and I've chosen to alchemize and transmute for my highest possible good. That way I get more comfortable in my skin. That way I'm more comfortable wherever I get led to be. I'm more comfortable whatever I get ordered to do. I'm more comfortable whatever I get told to, you know, release, to give, to share. And I do so because of doing the homework on myself. Forgive those, for they know not what they do. And that scripture within itself, not everybody has mental stability, emotional stability, spiritual stability, physical stability. Not everybody is capable of these things. It's not even about meeting people where they are. It's just accepting them where they are, and not allowing that to throw you off track, to take you out of alignment, to keep you from reaching, you know, your fullest and your highest potential, as well as your finish line. There's no beast within me. Regardless of what it is. So I pray whoever clicks on this video, whoever this video reaches, that there is no longer a beast within you. I pray that the way you move, I pray that the way that you respond, I pray the way that you go about things, the way you view things, the way you handle things, you do so with the idea of love being in the picture, even when it's nowhere near and nowhere around. It'll be there because you brought it. It'll be there because that is your lasting impression. It'll be there because that's who you are. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's all about you. Again, thank you for clicking on this video. It was specifically about unresolved trauma from mistreatment, anybody dealing with any kind of rage, any kind of anger issues. I hope and pray that you choose to accept whatever it is for however it is and release it with love. And forgiveness is a major component when it comes to love. You have to have forgiveness for other people, but most importantly, you have to have forgiveness for yourself as well. Can't get mad at people for not knowing who you are. You can't get mad at people for being blind. You can't get mad at nobody for, mistreatment. All you can do is distance yourself and pray, for their serenity, their courage, and their wisdom. Whether they receive it or not, that'll be between them and spirit. Just make sure you're choosing that way for yourself. I'm very appreciative. Again, thank you. Sending you love, light, and lots of healing vibrations. And I'm wishing you good luck, okay? I pray for your prosperity, your health, wealth, as well as your abundance. And I pray that you are getting to a point in life where you understand you're capable of anything that you desire, that you yearn for, that you dream about. Because more than likely, whatever it is you are in hopes of, it's hoping for you too. It's just a matter of you releasing and cleansing consistently and opening yourself up to receive that very thing, okay? But it starts with us. Thank you. Bye.